Hey besties, how are we doing? This is a bit of a different angle. I bet you guys aren't used to seeing me film in here. That is because this is actually my parents' bedroom. It has just got the best lighting to do my makeup in. I just want to put a disclaimer, I'm not a makeup artist. Makeup is not my strong suit. Basically the only time that I wear like a full face of makeup is when I'm doing show makeup, so this may not be how it's supposed to be done, but this is for the non-makeup girlies. I'm going to show you that it's possible and we can do it. My first step is to moisturise. Oh my gosh, stage makeup dries your face out, or it does for me anyway, because I've literally got like the world's cheapest foundation. Moisturise like your life depends on it. I know you're probably thinking, oh well, I'm going to get really sweaty on the stage, like I don't need extra moisture. Trust me, you do. After I've done lots of shows, my skin literally gets so bad. I mean, I just finished doing a spring tour of ballet shows, and honestly by the time I finished I literally had eczema on my cheeks. Like my skin was so dry. After I've moisturised, I then prime. This, oh my gosh, it's my favourite primer ever. It's literally just like the Superdrug own brand, but it's like a shimmery one, which I think is really cute. With primer, I always think the more the merrier, because primer is the thing that keeps makeup on your face. So surely the more you put on, the better, right? I'm not sure if that's how it works, but that's my logic. I'm also going to show you guys what this looks like after I've exercised in it. I never use brushes or beauty blenders, which is probably really bad, but you have to wash them, which is so much effort, so I usually just use my hands. Like, these are basically like built-in makeup brushes, aren't they? But yeah, that's probably another thing that I do wrong. Then I go in with foundation, put this all over my face. Probably should be doing it with a beauty blender, but if you take two fingers like this and just sort of slap, kind of has the same effect. I don't feel qualified to be doing a makeup tutorial. I don't know why I thought this was a good idea. But I'm on my Easter holidays. I'm clearly slightly bored. Also, you kind of want to get as close to your hair as you can, but obviously avoid the actual hair itself, which I don't always do particularly well. After I've got bored of patting, I usually then just start smushing it in like it's sun cream. I mean, like, it's got SPF in it, so surely it doesn't act too dissimilarly to sun cream. And with sun cream, you're not going to spend hours like patting it into your face, are you? You're just going to rub it on. I always do my stage makeup to be like the colour of my skin naturally, but I know that some people like to go lighter, some people like to go darker. I guess it kind of depends on what the show is. I mean, we just did Giselle, and I know like I was one of the Villies, or the Willies. So you're meant to be dead, but I just like went for like my normal shade anyway. But then I also know that like for more jazzy shows and stuff, people sometimes go darker, with like the fake tan look. At this point, I usually wash my hands. I can't. Why are these things like, oh yes, the world's hardest thing to open. My lips always get so dry in a show, and obviously you sometimes have to do a really big smile, regardless of if your lips are literally cracking as you do it. Now, I don't know if this is the right order, but this is usually when I take my mum's makeup bag. She obviously uses makeup brushes like a normal person, and find her contour. My mum's got darker skin than me, so I actually just use her pressed powder, and that works as contour for me. For contour, I usually don't do anything too harsh. Like, this is only a little bit darker than my natural skin anyway, I guess. I sometimes go like under here, you know, get that jawline. With contour, I always see people go like just by their hairline, so I started doing that just to fit in, really. I'm not 100% sure what it does, like maybe makes the forehead look smaller. Then I put this back in my mum's makeup bag, because if I forget, then I will be getting an angry text message from her later. I get this little thing, which I've literally had since I was like 12, which is a blush and highlight cream duo. I'm gonna get a little bit of blush, do like a little line just above the contour. Again, is this the right placement? Who actually knows? and then get the highlight and do that like right on the top of my cheekbone. I also like to do a little bit of highlight on my nose and just at the top of my lip. Then I do my eyebrows. I always do my eyebrows before I conceal, because otherwise you get like, I end up mixing the eyebrow gel with the concealer, and that's just a really bad look. I haven't worn any eyebrow product for ages, so I'm not used to seeing myself with such dark eyebrows. Next, I do concealer. Now, at the moment, because it's spring, I'm in this awkward phase of being in between my winter and my summer colour. So instead of just buying a new concealer, of course, I'm mixing them. Yeah, you just got to trust the process with this, okay? My eyes are the only thing I conceal. I try and keep the heavy like face makeup to a minimum, just because I do want my skin to breathe as much as it can, and I am probably going to sweat a lot of this off, so I don't want it to be like visibly dripping. Next, what I do is eyeliner. I just use like a black liquid liner. Again, there are different preferences when it comes to stage makeup and eyeliner. I've been to some places where you have to do that thing where like you draw the line like basically halfway down your cheek, which is very much like the Russian style. But if I was to do my eyeliner as I'd want to do it, then I just do like a little flick. And then mascara, which I'm pretty sure is the final step. I usually don't do my bottom lashes because when I sweat, it then makes me look like I've been crying. That's basically it. Very simple, very quick. Oh, got the finishing touch. Lip gloss. Perfect. Yeah, that's my finished makeup look. Just finished exercising. This is what my makeup looks like now. I feel like it stays on pretty well. I mean, my biggest downfall with it is like as soon as it starts dripping, I will just wipe. So there's probably like patches where it's missing, but I mean like, damn, contour stayed. Cheekbones are snatched. Maybe slightly too snatched. It stays on pretty well. I'm going to show you the reality of how it ends up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know this is like, again, a bit of a different video, but it was really fun to do. I hope it's inspired you or made you realise that you're actually so much better at makeup than you think after having watched me. If makeup isn't really your thing and it often feels really overwhelming, just know it's not my thing either, but you figure it out, you learn what works for you, and it doesn't have to take ages, it doesn't have to be super complicated. Just try and make it fun. It doesn't need to be stressful and it doesn't need to be perfect. Chances are you're going to sweat most of it off anyway. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing week and I'll speak to you soon. Bye!